Your first reactions, YP Singh, to this remand copy, which suggests that she was part of a drug syndicate.
This is, I think, very, very preposterous on behalf of the Narcotics Control Bureau, because as per the composition of NCB, they are supposed to unravel international drug linkages and huge volumes of drug trade. They are not supposed to go after petty cases, which is generally the domain of the local beat head constable or the sub-inspector. In fact, if at all the case ought to have been registered, it should have been registered by the local police at the local level.
Yes.
Now, NCB has transgressed its primary commitment to unravel large matters, and they have gone after this small case, and that too they are stretching sections like anything. At best, it can be a case of consuming small quantities of self-consumption, and Rhea being a facilitator for Sushant. She is not the facilitator for the drugs trade. So I think this case would not stand. And if at all Rhea can be charged, it can be on a very minor matter of Section 27, which they have done mentioned in the remand report, and which perhaps is contradictory because Section 27 relates only to self-consumption. And I think this case is going to fall flat in the court of law. At best,
Sir, but till then, till the case falls flat in a court of law, we don't know whether that will happen. For now, clearly, Rhea Chakrabarti is an accused. And I want to come to you, Kunika Sadanand, because the one weakness in Rhea's case is she is supplying the drugs to her boy, procuring them for her boyfriend. She's an adult, he's an adult, right? She is not supposed to be procuring those drugs in the first place, whatever the quantity of it be. You can argue that many people do the same across high society, but that can be no defense. The fact is, why instead of trying to get Sushant off drugs, she seems to be procuring drugs for him.
Rajdeep ji, first of all, let me just correct you, minor correction, that I don't know Rhea at all. I just got to know about her 3 months back from the news channels. I've never met her. Now, your question is absolutely right, that she has procured drugs for her boyfriend. I know it's not going to sound legal coming from a lawyer, but in our country or anywhere in the world, a woman does a lot for her man, and we all know that. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't want to get into that. But if she was getting drugs for Sushant, Sushant must have been wanting to have those drugs. That's why she was getting it. And does that prove that that drug consumption, that weed or that 50 grams or whatever that they were buying, that 5,000 rupees worth of drugs or 10,000 rupees, does that prove that he committed suicide or that she murdered him because of those drugs? And
no, but
why
this case
would
is
she
not
murder
about
him?
murder, suicide.
Why would
this
she want him to become a drug
addict? That's the point. The timeline of this case, and I want to put it on my screen, has moved from nepotism to money laundering, to
and
cheating,
he was an adult,
to mafia, to now drugs.
You're absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. As YP Singh Saab said, and Ariman Sundaram sir said, that it really doesn't even, and I don't think it's going to stand the test of law, because you're saying either she's a consumer or she's a peddler. She can be both. But where is the proof of all this? But of course, they'll say the proof is going to be produced in the court. So let's see. But for 14 days, when they take her, if they take her into judicial custody, they must frame their charges, and they must have substantive reasons for framing those charges. This is my take on it.